The Far Field by Theodore Roethke. I dream of journeys repeatedly, of flying like a bat deep into a narrowing tunnel, of driving alone, without luggage, out on a long peninsula, the road lined with snow-laden second growth, a fine dry snow tickling the windshield, alternate snow and sleet, no oncoming traffic, and no lights behind, in the blurred side mirror. The road changing from glazed tar face to a rubble of stone, ending at last in a hopeless sand rut, where the car stalls, churning in a snowdrift until the headlights darken. At the field's end, in the corner missed by the mower, where the turf drops off into a grass-hidden culvert, haunt of the catbird, nesting place of the field mouse, not too far away from the ever-changing flour dump. Among the tin cans, tires, rusted pipes, broken machinery, one learned of the eternal. And in the shrunken face of a dead rat, eaten by rain and ground beetles, I found it lying among the rubble of an old coal bin, and the tomcat, caught near the pheasant run, its entrails strewn over the half-grown flowers, blasted to death by the night watchman. I suffered for birds, for young rabbits caught in the mower. My grief was not excessive, for to come upon warblers in early May was to forget time and death. How they filled the oriole's elm, a twittering restless cloud, all one morning, and I watched and watched till my eyes blurred from the bird shapes. Cape May, Blackburnian, cerulean, moving, elusive as fish, fearless, hanging, bunched like young fruit, bending the end branches, still for a moment, then pitching away in half-flight, lighter than finches, while the wrens bickered and sang in the half-green hedgerows, and the flicker drummed from his dead tree in the chicken-yard. Or to lie naked in the sand, in the silted shadows of a slow river, fingering a shell, thinking, once I was something like this, mindless, or perhaps with another mind, less peculiar. Or to sink down to the hips in a mossy quagmire, or with skinny knees to sit astride a wet log, believing, I'll return again, as a snake or raucous bird, or, with luck, as a lion. I learned not to fear infinity, the far field, the windy cliffs of forever, the dying of time in the white light of tomorrow, the wheel turning away from itself, the sprawl of the wave, the oncoming water. The river turns on itself. The tree retreats into its own shadow. I feel a weightless change, a moving forward as of water quickening before a narrowing channel, when banks converge and the wide river whitens, or when two rivers combine, the blue glacial torrent and the yellowish green from the mountainy upland, at first a swift rippling between rocks, then a long running over flat stones before descending to the alluvial plain, to the clay banks, and the wild grapes hanging from the elm trees, the slightly trembling water dropping a fine yellow silt where the sun stays, and the crabs bask near the edge, the weedy edge, alive with small snakes and bloodsuckers. I have come to a still, but not a deep center, a point outside the glittering current. My eyes stare at the bottom of a river, at the irregular stones, iridescent sand grains. My mind moves in more than one place, in a country half land, half water. I am renewed by death, thought of my death, the dry scent of a dying garden in September, the wind fanning the ash of a low fire. What I love is near at hand, always in earth and air. The lost self changes, turning toward the sea, a sea shape turning around, an old man with his feet before the fire, in robes of green, in garments of adieu. A man faced with his own immensity wakes all the waves, all their loose wandering fire. The murmur of the absolute, the why of being born, falls on his naked ears. His spirit moves like monumental wind that gentles on a sunny blue plateau. He is the end of all things, the final man. All finite things reveal infinitude, the mountain with its singular bright shade, like the blue shine on freshly frozen snow. The afterlight upon ice-burned and pines, odor of basswood on a mountain slope, a scent beloved of bees. Silence of water above a sunken tree, the pure serene of memory in one man. A ripple widening from a single stone, winding around the waters of the world.